Lesson 261. God is my refuge and my security. This is the first lesson for the special thought, what is the body? As you know, in the part 2 of A Course in Miracles workbook, for each special thought there are 10 lessons which are kind of refining the explanation of what that thought is helping us to undo. So for example, to miss the misunderstanding of the body, the believing that we are a body and completely identifying ourselves with the body. Each one of those lessons, bit by bit, guides us into understanding that the body is just basically a tool which you want to use to understand who you truly are and to see the light within yourself, the light within the other people, and understand that we can hold the vision with our awareness and change the world with our awareness by using that body for that particular purpose, which has been repurposed by the Holy Spirit and God differently than what the ego actually intended. Welcome to the Qigong support for A Course in Miracles students. I am Judith and this is the Lucid Mind Center. The Lucid Mind Center is like a virtual center I started building many years ago, and it is slowly coming together to what I didn't even understand at the time that I was going to create. At the end, I'm going to guide you to the Qigong classes which I have recorded, and I'm going to give you more instructions at the end. Let's read our lesson together. Lesson 261. God is my refuge and security. I will identify with what I think is refuge and security. I will behold myself where I perceive my strength, and think I live within the citadel where I am safe and cannot be attacked. Let me today seek not security in danger, nor attempt to find my peace in murderous attack. I live in God. In Him I find my refuge and my strength. In Him is my identity. In Him is everlasting peace. And only there will I remember who I really am. Let me not seek for idols. I would come, my Father, home to you today. I choose to be as you created me and find the Son whom you created as my self. So how did God create us? In the last lesson we heard that we are the thought of God. So that is what you truly are. And by thinking that you are a body, this is where the level confusion comes in. You are not a body. You have a mind and you are the thought of God. You are spirit. And once you understand that there is a level, an order in a hierarchy. So there is God is everywhere, and then the God created a thought of His Son, and that Son has the mind. And this mind can create just as God, just as that creator. So that mind wanted to be separate from God. So it created the body to prove to itself that it can be separate from God. And this fear of being caught by God within that darkness, which I talked about 2 days ago, this is what is fueling the ego. But the ego is fueled by the mind, which is fueled by the source. So this is this is the levels. There is the spirit, within the spirit is the Son with his mind, and within this mind the Son created darkness, a ball of darkness, and looking inward in that ball of darkness, thinking that he is a body, thinking that he is an ego. And we can just think again. We can just choose again and decide, you know what? I'm actually not a body. And those senses and this body, I'm going to repurpose and I'm going to use them differently. And the special thought, what is a body, is actually explaining to us how we need to repurpose this body. And this is what the lesson is saying here. I will identify with what I think is refuge and security. If I believe the body is refuge and security, I will identify with the body. I will behold myself where I perceive my strength. So if I believe that the body is give me strength, this is where I'm going to perceive myself. And think I live within the citadel where I am safe and cannot be attacked. So if your citadel is your body, if your body is your temple, that is what you're going to believe where you have to be. But if you actually believe that your mind is your temple, then you have already expanded yourself. But if you believe that God is your temple, that the source energy is your temple, you've expanded even more. I live within the citadel where I am safe and cannot be attacked. Let me today seek not security in danger, which could be in the body, where you're all the time in danger if some other ego wants to attack the body, nor attempt to find my peace in murderous attack by attacking somebody else. I live in God. So you are living on that first level, on level number 1. In Him, in that first dimension where everything is one. In Him, I find my refuge and my strength. In Him is my identity. In Him is everlasting peace. And only there will I remember who I really am. And also what I want to tell you here, the central channel is your connection to this understanding. To understand that this body is actually hollow. That your body has got that central channel, and that central channel, together with all the other extraordinary meridians, is like a reservoir of light. This is where you can pull the light in and you can draw from it without having to be in meditation all day long. You go into meditation, refill those, what we call in Qigong the extraordinary reservoirs, which is the central channel and the front channel, the Renmai and the Dumai, and also the belt channel, and there's also 2 more channels which are going through the body and the inside. All these are reservoirs of light, and you want to fill them up. That's why meditation is so important. That's why it's so important that you connect with this source every single day to refill yourself and understand who you are. That's why you're feeling better after meditation, because you have connected with light. Now, if you believe that you have to see the light as light, you might, then if you don't see the light, you might feel that you have achieved nothing. But light, the light you can see with your eyes is not the light you're going to perceive with your heart. The light you perceive with your heart is kindness, is love, is benevolence, is generosity. That is the light. This is the true thought. And that's why the Buddhists call it the void. That's why they call it the nothingness. Because even light, it is fooling us, the light we see. Because it's connected with the perception we have with our eyes. So we're fooling ourselves, we're like waiting for that light. Allow yourself to see the light with your heart. And allow yourself to recognize that light, whichever way it is. Not dismissing it, not saying, oh, this is not the light, I don't see the light. No, you do see the light. Every time you feel love towards somebody, or kindness or generosity, you are connecting to the light, you are connecting to source. There's this little memory of, oh, that is who I truly am. And the prayer goes like this: let me not seek for idols. Like, for example, the light, the false light. I would come, my Father, home to you today. I choose to be as you created me, namely as a thought, and find the Son whom you created as myself. Because God is my refuge and my security. It says here, actually, God is my refuge and security. So in the Qigong class, I'm going to ask you to read the idea, which is God is my refuge and security, and I'm going to ask you to read that prayer, which today is very short. Let me not seek for idols. I would come, my Father, home to you today. I choose to be as you created me and find the Son whom you created as myself. So for this I have created a standing Qigong class and a seated Qigong class. And you can choose which one you fancy doing today. And afterwards you let me know how it goes. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so more Course in Miracles students can find me. So I invite you in to do a Qigong class with me now about what is the body. Here you have got the standing Qigong class of what is the body. Here you have got the seated class of what is the body. Here you have the reading of what is the body. And here you have the whole list of Qigong classes if you would like to do another one. Enjoy!